Hello there, 308. Good morning. So today for math, we're going to focus on going from mixed numbers into improper fractions and vice versa. So from improper fractions to mixed numbers. You've kind of done this a few times. Some of you are already thinking about this, so it's just kind of a good review. And it's a really good practice to get under our belts. So what do I mean by a mixed number? And I'm sure most of you probably know the answer. You're probably shouting it at your screens. If you're not, you should be. A mixed number is a whole number and a fraction put together, which means I have more than a whole, right, like 1 1/2, but I have less than another number, so I'm in between two numbers. So if I were to think about like the mixed number 3 and 2/5, I have a whole number 3, and then I have 2/5 extra, 2/5 left over. So I'm not at 3, I'm not at 4, I'm in between. So let's take this one. This is a mixed number, right? And I want to change it to an improper fraction. What do I mean by improper fraction? I know you're answering it right now. I feel like I'm calling response to you. I'd call on you if I were in the classroom. But an improper fraction has a numerator greater than the denominator. Again, more than a whole. So I'm going to change this number into an improper fraction. First, I'm going to start with my 3 wholes. That means I have 5/5, 5/5, 5/5. I have 3 holes shaded in. If I were to draw it, it would look like this. 1 hole, 2 holes, 3 holes, and I'm going to break my holes into fifths because that's what my denominator tells me to. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to shade in all of them because I have 3 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if I have 3 holes, if I were to write that as a fraction, it would actually be 15 over 5, right? I've got 5, 10, 15 shaded, and I have 5 in each hole. So 15 pieces, and each hole has 5 pieces. But I'm not done, because I also have 2/5. So, fraction addition, I'm going to draw it down here. 1, 2, I don't have 15/5. I actually have 15/5 plus 2/5, which would be 17/5 in all. So it's very easy to go from a mixed number into an improper fraction, especially if you draw it. First, take your whole number, how much do you have, and then add whatever is remaining. So in this case, it was 3 holes, 15/5, plus 2 more fifths equals 17/5 in all. You can probably do this without drawing it, and that's totally fine too. I'm just doing this in case you want the visual to help you understand what this looks like. So now we're going to do the opposite. Now we're going to go from an improper fraction into a mixed number. I'm going to use a different example for this one. I'm going to tilt you over here, and maybe I'll use black this time. I think that one shows up well too. All right. It's weird. I don't know my angles. It's hard. Okay. So let's go from improper to mixed number. So first of all, let's start with an improper fraction. Let's use the improper fraction 13/4. Okay, right? So that's an improper fraction. The numerator is greater than the denominator, so I have more than 1 whole. How many holes do I have? One way you can think about this is if I were to draw 4/4 or fourths over and over and over, how many holes would I need to get to 13? So if I just draw 1 hole, that's only 4 pieces. That's not 13 pieces. So I'm going to have to keep drawing until I get to 14. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. If I draw another hole, how many pieces will I have now? 5, 6, 7. That's 8/4 so far. I'm not at 13 yet, so I've got to keep on drawing. 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, I'm so close. So in the next hole, I'm not going to shade in the whole thing. I'm only going to shade in one of my fourths because that will bring me to 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13/4. But we knew that already. What I want to know is how many holes did I shade and how much is left over. And you can tell in our picture. I have got 3 holes shaded in. So this would be a mixed number would be 3. And I've got 1/4 left over. And 1/4. So it's really easy. You can convert back and forth between mixed numbers, improper fractions to mixed numbers. Draw it if you can. If you can figure out the pattern without drawing it, there's some patterns that you'll observe. That's totally fine. If you want to talk through those with me, that's totally fine too. We are here for you. But either way, this should be helpful with some of your math this week. Have a great day, guys.